Welcome to Hammer and Nails with Skip and Allison Bedell.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. What's happening, man?
I'm Allison Bedell.
What's happening, man?
I don't know. I know.
I'm Skip Bedell. What's going on, y'all?
Thank you for coming back to Hammer and Nails.
Yeah, thanks for coming back. We're doing the Super Bowl day.
Yeah,
thing,
I'm kind of. Well, we've had the game on, but only to watch the commercials, and we just watched. I think that's the best halftime show I've seen yet.
That was a great halftime show.
Yeah, that was a really, really good show. I was sitting with you on the couch. Your head was on my lap.
Well, that was the best part of the halftime show. I have my own halftime show going on.
And I wanted to move to the beat a little bit because I was really enjoying it, but I didn't because I didn't want to disrupt your comfortable position. But that was the best one I think so far.
That was definitely a great show. I love that stage they had. The thing was awesome, right?
Yeah, and like last year, remember that Katy Perry one where she had so many props and there was like big palm trees and she was riding some big thing, animal thing, and then she was I don't know, like, okay, so you're like a circus act. It didn't really do it for me. This one, it was
cool. She had some sparks flying out of that thing. And
yeah, it was cool to look at, but this one was all about the music.
Yeah, the music was awesome.
Yeah.
And Coldplay, right? You can't go wrong. And Bruno Mars.
And they were all dancing together.
And Beyonce. That's what I like the best about the whole thing is that they started out individually. Coldplay came out first, and then Bruno Mars, and then like Beyonce comes into the whole thing, and before you know it, they're wrapping up the whole song together. And it was great.
And the dancing was awesome. Like all three of them, like they were good dance. Well, I couldn't say Coldplay. He was kind of jumping around like he was high.
You know what's kind of cool though? Like they had different like walkways that came into that stage. So Beyonce came dancing through with her girl troupe, and Bruno Mars came coming through with the boys and stuff, and it's like they met in the middle, and it's like they were bouncing back and forth, almost like, the guys versus the girls dance-off competition.
It was so good.
And they came into the middle, and then Coldplay jumped in, and they just finished out the song, and the whole thing was great.
They also did, unlike what they usually do, I don't know if you realize, like the camera angles were kind of from the audience, like lower down, is like, so you're looking up at them, and they were like coming at the camera. So it was just a whole different.
There's a lot of cool
experience.
stuff they got going on with the cameras.
Good.
Actually, with this whole game too, they got this 360 thing happening now, with this 360 eye vision, where it shows like if actually what's happening like with a vertical. Almost like a vertical scanner. So like when the guy was jumping over the line and across the touchdown line, you can actually see him coming through the air and where he crossed in the air. It was a whole different camera angle that I've never seen before. Oh. So a lot of cool like high-tech stuff happening in this game.
I wasn't even looking at that.
Yeah, well, of course not.
Can you move your microphone in closer? I just gave you like 16 different hand gestures, all of which you ignored.
Oh, all that time I thought you were saying?
No.
Okay.
No. So...
Yeah,
that
very cool show.
Yeah, very exciting. Also exciting, people, it's finally happened. We've been in this house just over 5 years, and it has finally fucking happened. Demo.
Yep.
Demo has begun inside the house.
Yes, that's right. The Bedell household is under construction.
It is ground zero here, and it is.
Well, we've had a lot of projects going on here since we moved into this house
like
5 years ago, but most of them were outside. Though. We did like crazy outside stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been wanting to kind of rework the floor plan here and open up this house. It's a little New England style Cape house, so some smaller rooms. We want to open up some walls and expand the kitchen, and
so we have
a lot going on.
A very, very small kitchen, and on the part of that kitchen is shared with a wall that has a door, one of which leads to a bathroom and another door which leads to a small bedroom. So all of that came down, all the walls, all the doors, and we had to move all the contents out of both rooms, which means that the house is a fucking disaster zone. Shit everywhere.
Yeah. So that's one of the biggest things about going through remodels, and of course I deal with this with people all the time, with all my customers. It's like if you're living in the house while the construction is happening, it can be, really stressful because it's basically a work site now. It's a construction zone. There's going to be debris, and especially during the demo part, we got all these animals running around. We're trying to contain everything, keep the dust contained. So I got the place
the dust
tented off with my plastic tents and stuff.
Well, you were delinquent in putting up the plastic for some unknown reason until I think we both didn't realize it because I think it was kind of like on a whim that you started knocking shit down.
Well, that's kind of what happened. I mean, I was kind of just looking at the wall, and then I decided to kick a hole in it, and I'm like, oh, no turning back now. And next thing I know, I was like,
we're emptying out the rooms.
I was ripping out the entire place and emptying out the room, and then I realized, like, I guess we're doing demo.
I've got like half the wall down now, and there's dust everywhere, and nothing that was protected.
I guess we're doing demo today.
Yeah, so that went on
kind of
yesterday.
just worked out that way. We were talking about doing it for like this
Years.
weekend, right? But actually starting
Last
it this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really glad I'm finally going to get a kitchen, a really big fucking kitchen with new things in it instead of our
really
1980s
big fucking kitchen.
Yeah, we've been
Does that mean we'll be fucking in it a lot, or what,
of course we will.
What does that mean?
It's like they say, like kitchen. With the mechanic's wife's cars never running, or my mother used to come home from teaching piano and she'd be like yelling at me from across the house. No, wrong note. It's like. Right. Our house was the last one to get work done inside. Everybody had a new kitchen but me.
Well, think about what's going on there, Mrs. Bedell.
Well,
we're traveling around the country and we're doing a lot of stuff.
There was plenty of time you could have done it that you didn't, but I'm just going to say I'm grateful for what you're doing now.
Damn right, because if I decide to stop now, you'll be screwed.
You won't. You won't. You can't, because you have to live in the mess too. It's a huge disaster.
All I need is a barbecue. That's it. I'm good.
Yeah, well, you might want to go fill up that propane tank because we ran out like a month or two ago.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. I'll keep fixing the kitchen.
Yeah, so we'd have one corner, though, like where there's a sink and the microwave and stove. So we're leaving that corner intact while everything else gets ripped apart and redone so we can.
Well, yeah, we can exist. Yeah, we can exist with a sink and a microwave. Really, yeah. I mean, basically, right, to get through for the next month or so, we're going through this process. So, I mean, all the walls are coming out. Everything's coming out of this place. All the electric, all the plumbing,
There's
all the heat.
a lot of it too.
The exterior walls are getting opened up, and all new window layout. Big patio doors going in. Interior walls are coming out. It's like. There's like a major thing happening here, so so you're gonna have to just kind of suck it up for a little while we go through that. And
I also forgot with all of the excitement of the Super Bowl halftime show. I just wanted to also mention that you were going to be, you and me, actually it's this coming weekend, February 13th and 14th at the Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center. There's a home show there. We're going to be there both days. And on April 9th, mark your calendar at Hofstra University. We're going to be at the Nassau County Home Show as well. Yeah. That's actually going to be only on that day between 12 and 3.
They're both going to be great shows. Sponsored by NARI, so you know it's going to be good. That's National Association of the Remodeling Industry. They always put on great shows. And in fact, this one we're doing in Wisconsin is the 54th annual show that they're having. So they've been doing this thing for...
Can I say what I'm most excited about, though? Is that when I looked at the website, which, by the way, on our website, skipandallisonbedell.com, you can get the links to all the information to those shows. It's right on the front page. When I clicked on the link to that Wisconsin show, and it says about what's going to be there and who's going to be there, our good friend Kayleen McCabe is going to be there.
Oh, so that's excited. Right. Yeah, she's
so
awesome.
Excited. So she had
that's
a show on
be a good
DIY
time
Network.
We always have fun with her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially that time we went up to Toronto and we raced the
let me just ask you people this. I know I'm not going to hear any answers back, but this is just a little bit of food for thought. Skip and I often we have about 5,000 fans right now on Facebook. I mean, Facebook friends, and when we post something
they
like,
don't let you I think that
you can't go over 5,000. We're both like there. So anyway, when we post something on there, like the two of us, like, well, we were in the city today, or we're on a plane today, we post like a nice picture of us together. We get like 300 something likes and comments and wonderful things that people say. So I had this. Facebook's got this thing now with a memory, like it shows you things that you posted on Facebook like a year ago or 5 years ago or whatever. So we had posted this video last year, and it was from when we were in Canada. And we were shooting the cover for this magazine, and we were with a bunch of our friends from DIY Network shows and HGTV shows, other hosts from those programs. And we had this really fucking cool day on this go-kart racing track. It's like a real racing track with real racing go-karts, and we all raced that day. And they made this really fucking cool and funny like little movie out of it, like a little video, and it was really funny. And so we posted it, and then Skip also shared it on his page, and like, nobody clicked on it.
Nobody liked my video.
Like nobody. Like nobody commented on it. Like there was maybe like 7 likes.
I think that
why won't people watch it?
Maybe there was some technical difficulty.
I don't think so. No, it works. But like people are commenting on like just like a nice picture of us, like 300 something likes, and only like less than 10 on this awesome video, which was fun and it was funny. And it's like, if you guys like us, I mean, you're listening to us, it would be like interesting just to watch it. Like, why wouldn't you at least click on it and watch it?
You know, what picture got a tremendous amount of likes was you on the beach in your bikini with your sunburned ass and that.
It did? That was a while ago. Yeah. That was this past spring.
Yeah, people wrote like the nastiest comments on that thing. And I don't mean nasty like mean. I mean like.
Yeah. That's because it was the beginning of the season and I hadn't any tan. And so that one day I just got some serious ass burn. But
that was a good shot, though.
Yeah. And I don't get why people aren't looking at that video, though. It baffles me. Also, I took a lot of time to create a page on our website, and I put a link on Facebook for cool things that people could buy on Amazon, like stuff that's unique, like to make your Valentine's Day like a little spicier, like some sex toys and some like all kinds of cool stuff.
Sex toys?
Yeah, like I found like some unique stuff that could like, change it up for Valentine's Day. That's another one. There was like 3, maybe less comments on it, maybe like 4 likes. I don't understand.
Nobody wants to watch your fucking video,
and nobody wants to take
no one wants to take your love-making advice and your sex toys.
I don't get it. How do we have like almost 5,000? Like why? I get like 20 friend requests a day. Like if you want to be my Facebook friend, why aren't you clicking on my shit?
Yeah, they don't want to watch it.
I really wouldn't mind if people direct messaged me and let me know what is so unappealing about those things. So, I mean, because I'll just stop doing it then if it's something that's annoying people. But, like, it hurts my feelings a little bit. I feel rejected.
Don't let it hurt your feelings there, wifey.
It does. I feel like a little rejected. Like, why doesn't anybody want to look at this? I thought it was fun. I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is about. So just enlighten me, people. Just somebody, please, people, contact me on Facebook and let me know what's wrong with my post that nobody wants to click on it.
Nobody wants to watch your damn video.
I know. It's very obvious. I just want to know why. I also forgot to remind everybody that we're going to be changing servers pretty soon for our podcast. So that's going to be happening within like the next 2-3 weeks. I don't know. But when we do, just in case there's any like mishaps, technical difficulties, remember you can always go to skipandallisonbedell.com or hammerandnailspodcast.com to listen to the podcast. It's always going to be there should you have any difficulty finding it elsewhere. I've also been getting a lot of nice emails from people saying like they introduced their friends to the podcast, and that's really cool. And thank you so much. We really appreciate that. We want to remind you guys that is the only way, the only fucking way, just like the shampoo commercial, for us to get an audience. Really. So if you like it, tell a friend. Really, people. Really! Wake up. Tell a friend, motherfucker.
I'm looking at something really cool that I was just actually working on one of my customers' houses the other day, and I saw this product, and I've been thinking about it, and I wanted to tell you about it also. You heard about this Ring doorbell, like video doorbell thing?
I think I heard something about it on Carolla's show.
Yeah, it's actually a really cool thing. I changed someone's front door the other day, and they had one of these on their door, and I was checking it out. I had heard about it. I've been doing a little research on it, but I hadn't seen one before actually on someone's house. And so I kind of took this thing apart, and then I had to reinstall it again. And installing it actually was really easy. But I did a little research and check it out, and it's actually a really cool product. And lately, people have been asking me, is there anything they can do for extra added security of their house? You know, stuff they can do to secure the front door or any door for that matter. And I came up with a couple of products.
Yeah, that's called a Glock 9mm.
Yeah, well, there's that, and then there's every other piece of the arsenal that we have in this house. This is pretty much like a.
I'm so ready for zombie apocalypse.
This is not the house you want to break into, by the way.
No.
Oh my God! If you're looking for a lot of weapons and ammunition, you'll find that here. But other than that,
yeah, and then you won't leave with them though.
Yeah, we don't keep any valuables.
You'll leave in a body bag.
Yeah, there's no valuables here. We just keep a lot of guns.
And there's like really no joke. There really are no valuables here.
Yeah.
Like really, when the price of gold went up, we both sold everything.
Yeah, I don't wear gold anymore. So
I know. Yeah, and like the
care.
only like thing of value really that I have is my engagement wedding ring, and I never take them off. It's
Right.
like I find so many fucking victims like
what do
from
people
work.
steal now? You're into this thing like every day.
Yeah,
you
people
talk to
jewelry. People
What's
lose.
the number one thing that like the guys are breaking into houses for to steal?
They take the jewelry.
Remember, like back
Entire
in the day, you see
jewelry
them like carrying the
boxes.
TV out. You
Yeah.
know, when the TVs were like 150 pounds in a big
Laptops,
giant box.
game systems, and jewelry. Those are like
Laptop,
the,
game systems,
and jewelry.
We have all of those things, but not so much jewelry anymore.
well, the laptop is always with me. I take it with me to work.
Right,
So,
mine's here.
Yeah.
You can
yeah,
have
but
mine
yours
though, because the only thing that's on mine is porn, so it doesn't really matter.
and there's really nothing on it.
No,
it's like, and it's
actually,
it's older.
unfortunately,
so
it's not-
you might get $10
My
for it.
laptop's very boring.
I
There's
know.
no porn
That's like
on
barely
it.
a crack rock. But yeah, so
I have like the most boring laptop on the planet. There's no
do.
porn on my laptop.
no,
What-
we
what-
actually don't have any. You know what? Because that's a surefire way to get yourself some viruses on the computer. So we don't do any of that.
Yeah,
shit
well,
on
that's
our
the reason
laptops.
why I don't have it on there
Right.
because like it totally fucks your shit up. Like,
Yeah.
like, if you try to put porn on your computer, every single thing that you could possibly load on there.
Do you remember that time when you got
embedded with all
really-
these viruses?
Really, when where were we? We were out somewhere, and you got really fucking drunk. And then when we came home, you were looking for, to see if there was porn on like the Playboy channels. You were looking for some.
Yeah, like let's watch some porn.
There
And
was
there was
demand
none.
on demand. There was
no
none. But you bought something. You said you bought something, but then
Yeah.
it didn't show any
Yeah.
body parts.
Yeah. It was the worst piece of shit porno I ever saw in my life. I'm like, what is this crap? It was like not even porn. It was like something like you'd see like an R-rated movie. Like you'd see people you'd see their
Moving.
bodies moving, right? But then like as soon as the camera would pan down to like, past their ass, it would just change to another angle, and
Yeah.
then you see their face
And you
again.
pay- and
I'm
our bill
I don't
was
wanna see-
$20
I don't want
extra.
to see people's like face. That's all you get to see is like their face, like and that's it. I'm like, really, dude? I'm like, no. Where is like the
Yeah.
input?
And I was so fucking
where's the
pissed.
close-ups?
$20 extra on our already huge cable bill.
I know. I was so disappointed. That was
And you can't like get a refund or anything.
No, I
like,
wanted to
there's
call
no
the cable
undoing
company.
it.
I'm like, are you guys serious? You actually charged me for that? That wasn't even a porno.
Exactly.
It was horrible.
Yeah, so I was very
Show you
disappointed.
how
in that.
much I know about.
I was
porn.
disappointed in the bill, I should say, not in the movie. How did we get to that?
I don't even know. I don't know. Talking
but-
about the Ring
yeah,
doorbell.
breaking
you
into
can-
our
Yeah, of
house.
course I had to turn it to sex. How does everything?
does everything.
How does everything go down that road? So this Ring doorbell it's really cool. It's actually called the Ring Video Doorbell, and basically what it does, it lets you answer the door from anywhere using your smartphone. It features an HD camera with night vision, providing a clear view from your front door, day or night. So basically, if somebody walks up to your door, it's even motion activated. They don't even have to ring the doorbell. If anyone even
really?
comes within range of this thing, it has a pretty wide lens on it, so it'll show the whole front of your house pretty much. So if somebody comes into within range of this thing, you get an alert on your phone, and it tells you that someone's within proximity, and then it shows
that idea.
Yeah, it shows you their image. All that stuff gets recorded in HD to the cloud, which is really cool. So, by the way, if you're wondering how much it costs, it's only $200 for the unit.
That's like nothing,
No,
really.
it's not.
Something like
And you
that.
can install it yourself with nothing more than like a screwdriver. It's really very simple. It's a couple screws to
You
install.
have to have
it.
Wi-Fi, right? To like has to connect to Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you about that in a second. It connects up to your own Wi-Fi, so it's really, if you have Wi-Fi in the house, which basically everybody does now, all you do, you mount it on the door with a couple of screws. It actually has internal batteries, like regular batteries that you put into a remote control that lasts for like the whole year, and that's just the backup. So it's also wired to your doorbell wire. So when you pull off your doorbell, just two little screws, you pull the doorbell off the wall, you'll see there's two small wires attached to the back of it. They're low voltage wires. You take them off and you just put them onto the back of this doorbell. So now that powers it. That's it. all the video signal and everything else all goes through Wi-Fi. So you don't need to have any video connections. It's super, super easy. $200 to get the unit and installs in minutes, and then it's only $3 a month to get all that recording done to the cloud. Yeah, it banks it to the cloud for $3 a month.
So is it to your cloud or to
they set up a cloud. Yeah, you set up a cloud account with it.
Like what you did that time when you had that pillow under your ass when you're laying on the couch, and then like you were farting into it, and then I asked you for a pillow and you gave me that one, and when I laid on the pillow, it gave me a fart cloud.
That was a fart cloud.
That was a fart cloud.
That was the best ever. That was so. You know what?
I will never forget
that. I
that.
really didn't plan that. I swear. I know you think that I planned it, but I really didn't. And for those of you who haven't heard, we talked about this before in the past, but I'll tell you again real quickly. I'm sitting on the couch and I had like some
three pillows.
Yeah, a couple of pillows like under like my feet, and then there was one kind of like under like my under the back of my legs, like my hamstring. But it's kind of like my butt's kind of on it, and they're under my legs.
And then he got one on his chest that he's holding on to.
Yeah, I like a lot of pillows. I got it. Yeah, so my head's propped up. I'm really comfy. I'm on the couch, watching a movie, whatever it is. So you're sitting on the other side of the couch, and I guess during that whole movie, I must have just been letting them go, and there were a lot of SBDs going on.
And then I'm like, can I have a pillow?
So here's what, yeah. So all these SBDs are just going like directly into the pillow, and you didn't even smell anything in the room, and neither did I. I'm just like, whoa, wow, hey, I can't believe that didn't smell. So then about 20 of those later, about an hour later, you're like, really? There's no pillows on the whole damn couch. You have every single. Can I have one? So I'm like, yeah, I guess take this one. I don't really need this one. I take the one out from under my ass, and I gave it to you. I swear to God, I didn't plan this.
And then I plop myself, put it on the couch, and I lay down like pretty hard, like poof, like put my head right on the pillow, like I got comfortable.
Everything was stayed in there like a sponge,
and it all came out and enveloped my head with the stench of his colon. I thought I was gonna die. Like I got like a little nauseous, and I was like seriously angry.
Is so awesome.
I was angry. I went to the other room.
Every time.
I was so pissed.
So mad.
Yeah.
You were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You got off the couch.
I've never experienced anything like that.
What did I do?
Like the pillow did not smell until I put my head on it.
I really didn't know. And you got up and you stormed out of the room. You're like, that's so fucked up that you did that.
So disgusting.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't do anything. And then you told me what happened, and I just cracked up. Like I just had to laugh
really
so
disgusting.
hard. Yeah.
You're an animal.
That added to the fun. So anyway, let me finish about the damn doorbell. God, we keep getting into sex and farts. It always goes down that road. All right, so easy installation with this thing. I know because I took it off the other day, and then I put it back on the door, and it's literally just 2 screws and then connecting the wires in the back of this thing. What's cool about it is that the camera works day or night because it's got night vision actually built into this thing. So even if it's completely dark, if the light bulb is out on your front porch, doesn't matter. The camera's going to work. So you get this alert, and then what you can do, one of the really cool parts about this is it has a 2-way intercom system in it. So now you can talk into your phone when you get this alert and you see someone's at your door. Now, Officer Bedell, what happens with people. They come up to the doorbell, they case the house, see if any cars are in the driveway, and they ring the doorbell when they see no cars are home.
Yeah.
They ring it just to make sure no one's home.
Right.
And then if no one answers the door, they go around the back, they break a window, and they come in the house, right?
Yeah.
So when they approach the house, even if they don't ring the doorbell, you get this alert, and then you can say, hello, can I help you? It's like an intercom.
Really?
And then, yeah, absolutely.
You sure about that?
Yes. Seamlessly speak with anyone at your door via built-in speakers and microphones. So
that's not related to the thing that you were just saying, though. It will alert you if they don't ring the doorbell? It's motion sensor?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Just by motion alone, it will alert you. And then you can talk into the app on your phone. There's an app that hooks up with the doorbell. Mm-hmm. And the Ring app, and then you can actually speak with them like a 2-way intercom through that doorbell unit.
Why don't we have one of these?
Because we have 20 cameras around the house.
I know, but we don't have a thing that like alerts us like that. Like
no, we don't have that.
Like a doorbell,
which I think
thing.
is actually really cool.
It's so cheap.
Probably should get it.
Yeah.
$200. Do we have Can we put a link up for this?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, do that because this thing is really cool. If you guys don't know about this, go online and check it out at Ring Doorbell.
Well, actually, I'm going to put a link to it. What do you like?
I'm
So you just said
No,
put a
but I'm
link
saying-
to it,
yeah,
and then
you
you're
can-
telling them to go to another website.
But they can find out about it. But they want to purchase it. They can actually purchase it right through Amazon. You go right to our link and they'll keep it direct and make it easy. But this thing is
but
so
what I'm going to
cool.
do is I'm going to
I had to share this with you guys. I thought you would really.
as we always do, if we talk about something that we like, I'm going to put a link to it on the episode summary on our website.
Mm-hmm.
I always put stuff like talked about, and then I'll put a link to whatever it is that we talked about. But I've never seen one of those doorbells, so I actually.
I'm going to just read you real quickly the quick little write-up they have about here. Never worry again about what's going on at home while you're away. The cloud recording captures every activity detected by your video doorbell motion sensors, including doorbell button presses. HD video is recorded and securely stored in the cloud. Footage can be reviewed instantly using the Ring app, the iOS and Android, on your computer, on your smartphone. You can share it with your friends. It's really, really easy to use.
Speaking of recording video,
Yeah.
I watched the video today of you going through the red light.
Oh,
Yeah, the one that's
what?
provided online that comes with the $80 ticket that we got in the mail.
I love that video.
Yeah,
Did you post it to YouTube also?
No, but like they give you.
Which light is this now? What do you say? Hold
It's-
on. I got a ticket?
Yeah, you got quite a ticket. First, like right there. There it is, right there on the table. Open it, right there. There's 3 pictures provided. One of them is you approaching the light. One of you is under the light while it's red.
Of liability, red light, camera violation.
And then the third picture is of you past the red light.
Say what?
Say what? It's red.
That is my truck.
Yeah, and look at the red.
I know it's my truck. Got a
says
sticker
Big
on
Dog.
the back that says, yeah, it's got a Hemi in it.
Yeah. So so you see like the red light. That like you know how much money these fucking things cost.
I know
to
where
print?
this is. Son of a.
I know.
That's going into that Home Depot. I know exactly what this isn't on 80. This isn't 25 and 83. This is turning into that Home Depot I've been going to 10 times a day for the job I've been on
You
for 2
dumbass.
months.
Well, I could show you the video. I mean, it was so red,
Oh
and
my
you
God!
totally
They have
went
a
through
camera
it.
at that light. Well, you're probably going to.
That's why you.
You're probably going to be getting a lot more of these.
Well, don't worry. I transferred the money out of your savings account to go pay for it.
Shit. Son of a.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that sucks.
It sucks for you. I took the money out of your savings account to pay for it.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, video Ring doorbell, and now also video technology that can cost you money if you go through a red light. And
Yeah,
that sucks.
it was at $84.
Say what?
Yes, I'm not happy about that.
$84.
Yes,
But you know what? I got there half a second faster.
idiot.
I did.
I
That's
wanted
the way
to.
you think.
I wanted to give people an update. I don't know if
Drive
they've
like a
listened
maniac.
to the earlier episodes from like September when I first got my pellets, my hormonal pellets, the ones that I was told about from Lynette Carolla and Dr. Drew. It's like it's hormone replacement therapy basically, but it's all natural. It's not using anything synthetic or creams or anything like that. It's like a little.
I got to tell you, they work because you are like a rabbit lately. It's just, actually, you know, like when a cat is in heat and they walk around with their ass up in the air,
Fuck you.
right? With their tail is straight up in the air, and like they rub their ass on you all the time.
On
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, you just like rub
Yeah.
your ass on me all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
do me.
Anyway. So yeah. So
You're so horny
I had
all
it
the
done.
time.
Shut up.
It's true.
I had it.
They're working. I just want to let you know. It's,
Okay. Well, I had it done for the second time. Next time I'm going to get it done actually a little bit sooner because my levels started really low before them, and then they went up while it was on right after I got them.
Right.
And then by the time I went for my second round of everything to get my blood test done, it had gone all the way back down. So I said to the doctor, do I have to like wait until it goes all the way down again before I get them again? He goes, no. You know, get your blood checked sooner. We'll do it every 3 months instead of every 4 months.
Right.
So we'll check that out. But it's supposed to give you more energy. I only had it done a week ago, so I'm still waiting for everything else to kick in. But it's supposed to give you more energy and better mood, better concentration, better focusing, and like all that energy kind of stuff. Like I felt like the last time we did it, I knew it kicked in when I felt like cleaning the house.
excited about the sex drive part.
Me
not,
too.
Not that you needed any help in that area at all, because basically my shit is like ready to fall off right now. Because it's getting a lot of use.
Well, it's a very good thing in that department as well. It helps that a
But
lot.
you do have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Like you're constantly online buying shit. Like you're fucking. We're pretty much broke right now because Allison just like she's up all night just like shopping online. It's awesome. Yeah, keep taking those pellets.
Yes.
You get the shop and I get the fuck. It's good.
Also,
works out good for both of us.
You throw me off. I had looked at some stuff in the news. I don't know if you want to go over some of this stuff that I had found, which was just very interesting. Or if I could I have some random thoughts. Or do you have any tips? You also have tips.
There's one other thing I want to tell you while we're on the door safety thing, because it's kind of like my tip thing. I get a lot of people asking what they can do to secure their house.
Is this a tip?
It's not really a tip. There's another product that I want to tell you about. If you guys go on, we're going to put a link up for this
You're
one
on
too.
door safety for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's because people they want to know about this. People want to keep their house secure. So, not everybody has $200 just to spend on the video doorbell. So maybe there's something else that they can get a little bit cheaper. This thing ranges anywhere from $20 to $60. This next thing I'm going to tell you about, depending upon the finish, and it's a really simple. It's like a mechanical. It's really just something that flips across in front of your door.
When you say mechanical, that's even too big a word for this thing.
All right, so check it out. Look at the link that we're going to put up. And basically what it is, it screws onto your door frame, and it basically flips in front of your door. And unless you lift it up and flip it back, your door cannot open. It blocks the door from opening. So it's actually an inexpensive way to give just another layer of protection to your door. I mean, the bottom line, people, if somebody wants to get into your house, they're going to break a window. They'll find a way in. You know what? There are thieves out there that walk around with the cordless sawzalls, like reciprocating saws, like we use on construction sites.
Yeah.
You can just cut a hole in the side of your house and basically make your own door and walk in if you really want to get in there bad enough.
Right.
But if there's anything you can do that gives you a little bit more peace of mind, and it's a minimal investment, anything that you can do to add extra security to your house is always a great thing.
And that's like a really
do.
cheap one. It's a very inexpensive way to do
Yeah.
it. You know what it reminds me of? I think we had seen it a few years back, that people were buying these devices that you clip onto the arms of the tray that comes down in front of you on an airplane seat, on your tray that unfolds.
Yeah.
There's a clip that you put on that tray, and it would prevent the person sitting in that seat from reclining it back.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So you would put it on
I
the tray
remember.
table in
Yeah,
front of
you find us
and the
online.
person sitting in that seat can't recline now.
Oh, I would be like, what the fuck? Really,
Yeah.
dude?
Yeah.
Really? That's the time to stand up like, oh no, you got that thing? You better take that shit off.
But you know what? Think about it, though. Actually, this thought just occurred to me now. Yes, thoughts still do occur. Is that if you went to recline and it didn't go back, I would assume that something was wrong with my seat. And actually, that's happened to us before.
Happened. Oh my god!
I wonder if they had that clip.
Son of a.
It just occurred to me now too.
Yeah, we were on a couple of flights.
And
I remember
the seat wouldn't go back.
Oh,
Your seat. It was yours.
I remember there was one.
Yeah, you had the
my
window seat.
Back was blown
Yes,
out.
and I
was
offered
having
to switch with you.
Problems with my back, and I go to recline the seat, and we're taking a red eye home from L.A. to New York.
Yeah.
And as it is, that flight sucks.
Yes.
That's the worst flight ever. I hate taking the red eye. And then you get, you're home. By the time you get home, you're shot. Your whole body is sore, right? And then you get off the plane at 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's something to look at, people. If your seat doesn't go back, take a trip to the bathroom and eyeball the tray table on the back of your seat, because there are these clips that do exist.
So their tray has to be in a down position or in the up position?
Up position. Well, actually, I don't know. I shouldn't even say that I know, because now I forgot. But you put a clip on it. And
so this thing, it locks in onto my tray, and I clip it in, and it prevents the person in front of me
from reclining.
Putting. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
you know what? I bet there's a very good possibility that maybe that's why our seat didn't work.
Yeah.
And now that you're saying that,
because it's not a very popular thing that people know about, but I remember that I had seen it on TV in a news story.
That's like one of those things you find like on the Air Mall, like all those products, like the shit you don't need.
No, they
like
wouldn't put that on that. That's like illegal.
Well, okay, maybe not on Air Mall, but like Sharper Image type of products.
Because you're tampering with something on the plane, so you can actually get in trouble.
Maybe not Air Mall. It's not a good example. You know what I mean? It's like stuff that you don't need.
Yeah, all that, that trinkety shit catalog that you like.
Schlemmer.
No, not even that. There's another one that you get that you like. It starts with a K.
Oh,
Catulas.
Oh, I love Catulas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody look at Catulas? That's a great catalog.
Okay.
They have all sorts of goofy stuff on there. But I like all that stuff.
Okay.
You know? There's one more thing.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, there's one more thing.
Well, let me also remind people that these things will be on the link to our website. You can look at the episode summaries from today's episode to find these things and easily click on them. I'm going to actually do the same. I'm going to get that thing for us.
Check. I love the Ring video doorbell.
Yeah.
The thing we just talked about is actually great. That
I'm going to get both of them because that door
Prime
stopper thing, the Prime thing, I'm going to put on our kitchen door.
Yeah, entry door stop. It basically just looks like a piece of metal that's on a hanger.
It only
flips in front of
works
your door.
when you are inside of the house. Because you have to put it into position.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like.
However,
like if you have a chain on the inside of your door, the old school chains, which don't do a damn thing, you just kick that whole chain right in. But this is actually like a more modern version of that interior blocker.
Right. So what I was going to say before you so rudely interrupted me was that
Say what?
we can put that on the side door because that's the kind of door that somebody would try to kick in because it's not as visible to the street as opposed to our regular front door. So even if we're not home, that thing would actually secure our side door much better.
Right. I prefer coming in the front door, but occasionally, I don't. The back door.
You're an asshole.
We might be able to put that on your back door.
Okay. Anything else? Were you going to talk about another thing? Was that the thing? You didn't talk about
Nope.
that.
I got one
No.
more thing here, and this thing. You remember, like back in the day, way back in the day, we had the clubs on your steering wheel for your
Fuck
car.
yeah, I
Does
had
anybody
one.
use a club anymore?
I had a purple club.
Right. Well, they actually have a club, which is like, it's a little rough around the edges having this thing, like lined up against the inside of your door. But it's actually, it props up underneath your doorknob and it stops your door from being opened.
Underneath your doorknob?
It's the door club. It goes underneath your door and it's basically like a wedge. It pries up against your door onto the floor. It's called the Door Club. We're also going to put a link on there for that. These are just inexpensive things that you can do for added security to your house. There's 3 different products.
Or your
that we're gonna show
trailer.
you. Yeah, or your trailer. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
House, trailer.
Apartment building, actually, those kind of things are actually ideal because a lot of apartment buildings, like the kind of like in the city, the high rise,
Yeah.
they don't have windows that people can break into. Really, if they've tried to break into anything,
Like
it would be
windows,
a door.
but you can't scale. You have to be Spider-Man to scale
That's
the
what
side
I'm
of the
saying.
building.
People can't break into your windows and those things unless they go up on your fire escape and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, right? Fire
Yeah.
escapes and pretty much like
Yeah.
walk up all the way to the outside of the building.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
It's kind of scary when you think about that.
yeah.
Right? You ever live in a building like that? That had like fire escapes up?
No.
No, me either.
No, we live up in Long Island. We both from Long Island our whole lives. How the hell would I live in a building like that?
I don't know.
You do know. You just
Maybe
weren't
you
thinking.
shacked up with somebody.
There was no shacking upping.
Oh, I bet there was a little shacking up here and there.
Not like that. Okay. So listen, I was reading the paper today and I was annoyed by some things. I just want to tell you what's annoying me that I read in the paper.
What isn't annoying you? Let's
Okay, so
start
in
there.
Maine, there was this lady who died in 2002. She left $200,000 or so in her estate, and it was for food and shelter and vet care for the stray cats of the town that she lived in. So,
Well, she must have been pissed at everybody in her family.
well, some people like me don't have kids. Maybe she didn't have a spouse. Like it's very easy to not really
So there's
have
like not
family.
even any distant relative, a nephew, nobody you can leave any money
Okay,
to.
first of all, let me just say this. Before
Yeah.
I met you,
Yeah.
without a doubt, 100%, I've always said that my when I die, my money or whatever the proceeds come from my death is going to go for the care of animals, like at Best Friends Animal Society, like that, on the other side of the country.
Right.
I always said that my money was going to go to help homeless animals and, these places that give them veterinary care and all that. So I am one of those people, and I know that there's a lot of them like that. And even for that matter, this past year when they gave us a beneficiary form to fill out for our life insurance at work, and I put you, of course, as the beneficiary, and in the event that that we're both,
You left it to
killed together, I tried to
You
put...
left it to the cat.
But they wouldn't let me do it. Like, it has to be a person, not an organization. But
Well,
I
you really tried to leave it to the cat?
not to the cat, but to the organization, Best Friends Animal Society. I tried to leave it, and they wouldn't let me do it. But there are people that do that because we care about animals more than people, as we should. Animals love us unconditionally, and they're caring and kind.
Well, if you have any... you don't have any nieces or nephews or grandchildren or anything like that, so it's a little bit different situation. But yeah, I mean, but if the person
Okay, but it's very
have,
easy to find a woman who doesn't have kids or a family. I mean, it's not like it's a rare thing.
she's the cat lady.
So anyway, before you so really interrupted me again. Okay, so it's been now reported that only a few $1,000s has been given for the cat's care. Lawyers have taken more than $16,000, and the estate's trustees have received over $22,000. Those immoral cunts.
What?
Yes. This woman decided
Wow.
what to do with her money upon her death, and these fucking selfish cunts took it upon themselves to not respect her wishes and to take the money for themselves. I fucking hate people. I swear to God. This is the kind of bullshit that makes me fucking hate people.
Wow.
It's like what?
I think that's the next show. That's the next show.
It,
Lawyers and trustees.
Speaking of lawyers, that's another thing I found in the paper today.
Catch a lawyer.
There's a lawyer that I see representing.
next show.
Yeah, I mean please, there would be like 70,000 episodes for that. There's so many.
Yeah.
There was a lawyer
Well, they're not all
featured.
bad. There are some good lawyers out there.
Very rare.
Yeah.
Your divorce lawyer was one of he's like the only good guy.
The best. Chris
Anyway.
Z, look him up.
Yeah,
Melville, New York.
Z-H-E.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so this particular lawyer, I recognize his name right away because he represents a lot of the horrible criminals who I interview at work. So he's he's a popular defense attorney. So it turns out that he about 2002, I think, was it? He was convicted of felony cocaine possession.
Nice.
Lost his law license, and yeah. So this is just disgusting me. So then after he loses his law license, and then in 2012, the judge, they allow him to have a hearing to regain his law license because the judge, you know how I love judges who let all these people get away with shit, allowed him to. They reduced his charges. Then, even though he pled to a felony, they gave him like a conditional, you have to do. Sometimes they give you certain things like interim probation or something that you have to do, and if you successfully complete this, they will reduce your conviction to a misdemeanor. So not only did they do this for this criminal attorney who is a criminal, but they also did it in a shorter period of time than he was supposed to have had, and they actually supported him getting his law license back. And there's like a lot of shit hidden and secret. Like there's this whole article in Newsday, like where there was like sealed records and stuff, and it was like a secret. Why did he even get the misdemeanor? And a secret as to why did they even give him the okay to go back after his law license and everything? So this criminal is defending criminals. And he used to work for the county as a prosecutor.
Right.
So like the whole buddy system. So like everybody knows
good old
everybody.
boys.
Yeah. You know how the criminal justice system makes me sick. Now that I've worked in it, I just can't say enough about how everybody is patting each other on the back and everybody's in cahoots, and it's disgusting what the judges are letting people get away with. I'm just really disgusted that nobody gets the justice that they deserve.
You see it like on, you see the guys get locked up and go to jail, and then they come in front of your desk, like just a couple months later, and they're back on the street, and now they're in probation, and you gotta you gotta handle them. And then they go out and they do the same thing all over
because
again.
They are not deterred. If you knew that if you were going to commit a particular crime, that should you get caught, that without a doubt you will be getting a decade in jail.
Yeah.
You would think twice about committing that crime. You would weigh it out, but you probably think twice.
I've said it. There are like there are third world countries out there that have it
Cut
right.
your fucking hand
I
off.
just say we get medieval that shit,
Yep.
man. If you want to rape somebody, they should just
Cut your dick off.
Yeah, cut your shit off.
Yep.
If you want to steal, they should cut off a hand.
Yep.
That's
steal
it,
again,
man.
cut off the other
yeah,
hand.
Yeah, because, I guarantee you will not steal with your
Right.
one remaining hand.
Right, but
You
not
will
in this country.
You'll never steal
There's no
again.
punishment. People are not deterred. I
well,
swear to God, it just disgusts me.
It's like everything else. The government, the legal system, they all need revamping. They need work. They need help. It's probably really the main thing is that everything is just so overloaded. It's really the system is so overworked that it's really not doing what it's supposed to do.
Oh, please, you want to talk more about people like in the whole criminal justice system that makes me sick? Listen to this.
There's not even any room in jails anymore. It's like there's
let's talk about jail.
There's no place to put them.
Let me tell you about jail. A corrections officer at New York's Rikers Island has been arrested on charges of planning to smuggle marijuana to an inmate who she had a sexual relationship with.
No.
Surprise, surprise.
No.
Yes.
Wait a second.
Yes.
She's having sex and smoking weed?
And she was charged with, not only was she charged with promoting prison contraband, but she was also charged with rape. Because the rape charge stems from New York law under which inmates cannot legally consent to sex inside the jail.
So she got charged with rape?
Yes. Yeah. Because think about the position. You're in a position of authority. And so, you know what I mean? Like, you can't. I could definitely see it's the same thing as when you're having sex with a minor. They're not of age to consent.
Like the hot
same
teacher?
Thing. Yes, hot female teachers.
I think I'd much rather have a hot teacher than a busted correction officer.
Let me tell you something.
Although when you're locked up for a long time, you'll pretty much hit anything you can. So
I told you I dated somebody ugly. All you do is put a bag over their head or shut your eyes, and it's like, okay, you can get away with it.
No,
just shut your eyes.
No. No. I said no.
I used to actually picture this person literally with a bag over their head.
Why though? What were you doing? Why bother if you were there's no attraction?
Because she was highly unattractive.
Oh.
But I told you I was trying not to be shallow. So anyway,
that didn't work. You found that you really are fucking shallow.
I found out I'm really shallow.
You're shallow, materialistic piece of shit.
Hey, good thing, because I ended up meeting you, and
there
now
you go.
Yeah,
I'm the perfect catch for that person.
No, we were meant to be. So
all right,
I wasn't locked up in that.
Right.
So anyway,
what else you got in the news?
I got another one.
You got another one?
Yeah, the executive director of the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society is on leave because she was found out to have paid a breeder $1,000 for a purebred collie puppy rather than adopting one from a shelter.
Nice.
So you douchebag working for the Humane Society that promotes the adoption of homeless animals, that's your purpose in life, you douche. Right. And you go and spend money on a breeder who's basically breeding for money and making more dogs that do not need to be in this world because there's already so many without homes that are homeless and neglected that need good, loving homes. And you support that industry, you douche, by giving that breeder $1,000 for a brand new purebred puppy that you could have gotten a purebred puppy in any shelter.
Hang on a second.
You douche.
Hold on. All right. Yes, I agree with you in the sense that this person works for is all about the whole adoption.
It's a total
but you can't just
lapse of integrity.
You can't condemn just every dog breeder in the world because there are people that breed dogs that actually do it legitimately. They do it properly, and listen. Some people want to have a purebred dog. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean if you have a purebred dog, you go out and buy a dog from a breeder that you're committing some crime.
I didn't say that.
All right.
You're putting words in my mouth.
No, but
what I'm saying is that the reason that there's so many homeless animals is because they're being bred. Because animals will fuck on their own. They don't need people putting them together. Okay? So people are breeding animals, and then people buy these animals, and most of the time these animals end up in shelters or in the streets because people don't take care of them properly, or they can't afford them, or the dog's pissing all over the house, they don't want to deal with it, or they get a new boyfriend who doesn't want a dog, so they just fucking let it go, or they give it to fucking anybody. Like, there's so many fucking reasons.
You're very fired up right now. It sounds like all these things have happened to you.
No, because I am very strongly supportive about. I advocate for animals because they can't advocate for themselves.
They cannot.
You know, and there's every single. If you go on to petfinder.com, there are endless purebred animals that are up for adoption. That are puppies and kittens. They're young. They're middle aged. They're old. Ones that you will get some serious karma points in life for adopting and caring for. You know, there's no reason to pay for a purebred when you can find those animals for free on petfinder.com or in your local shelter. I mean, Kilo was a purebred, and he was a rescue. Minnie, purebred, rescue. Harley, purebred, rescue. Like we have purebreds and they're rescues.
We have lots of animals and they're all rescues.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like especially it's so hypocritical for that douche to be going to pay for a puppy that from a breeder, and when it's just like your life's work is to to represent one thing and then you just go and do the other, you're a douche.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much in the same vein as the criminal attorney that
Yeah.
gets drug dealers and people with drug possession
Yeah,
charges
and listen
off
to what this-
all the time. He's out
And now
doing
listen to
cocaine.
now this douche even pissed me off more because this is her statement that she gives. Okay, this is her statement. This is insane and ridiculous and scary. I have broken no laws. I've done nothing unethical. And then she added that she's a tireless animal advocate. They need to stop bullying. There's that fucking word. Just because you use the word bullying doesn't mean that they're bullying, and it doesn't mean that you're the victim, you douche. Because you're calling people calling you out on your shit, that doesn't mean that they're bullying. That means that you're a douche, and you need to answer for what the fuck you did. Take responsibility. Every time somebody gets called out on their shit, they're like, you're a bully. Fucking douchebag that stole from us. I'm like, you're a fucking douche. You stole our money. You haven't paid us back. She's like, you're a bully. Fuck you. Fuck you. Own your shit.
Yeah, the word bully gets used a little bit too
Way
loosely.
too fucking much. I fucking hate that overuse of the word bully.
Wow.
Anyway.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. That's
Wow.
yeah.
Bedell going into a full-on rage, man.
I know.
Wow.
My face red. I feel
yeah,
it.
there's this giant vein popping out of the center of your forehead. It looks very much like the one that pops out of the middle of my... I mean, never mind.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Is that like the main blood supply?
Yeah.
Is
yeah,
it?
Yeah, that big, thick vein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's so big.
Supplies all the blood.
Oh. Okay, so listen, I
Yeah,
have people.
There's a lot going on in the news.
Yes, people. I have a question for you. I apologize. I don't have the name of the person who asked, but are you ready to do some tips because somebody was asking for some advice?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do some Skip's tips.
All right, let's hit it.
When helping people with their homes, they call Skip Bedell.
You want to avoid a headache and save money, he's the man to talk to. Skip Bedell.
Which type of insulation is used in walls, faced or unfaced?
Okay. In a wall, if it's an exterior wall, you want to use a faced or a craft faced, better known. Basically, that's going to have a vapor barrier on one side of the insulation. So if we're talking about batted insulation, which means it comes in sectioned pieces, and if it's for a wall bat, then it's going to be cut to the height of that wall or a standard height of an 8-foot wall. One side of that insulation is going to have a paper lining on it, and you want to always face that paper toward the heated side of the house. So if you're putting it on an exterior wall, the raw fiberglass insulation is going to go toward the sheathing or the exterior side of the house, and the paper side is going to go on the inside. And basically what that does, it creates a vapor barrier. So inside that cavity, if there's a cooler temperature or a hotter temperature than what's on the inside of the house, on the heated side of the house, it's going to prevent any condensation and moisture from weeping through and getting to the back side of your drywall and the back side of that building envelope, which will eventually create mold. So that's the whole idea of having that paper. So if you want to use unfaced, you can use that on interior walls, which are more for a sound barrier, also for containing, for temperature control as well. But you would not necessarily need the moisture barrier like you would on the inside of an exterior wall. There you go.
Okay, super. Did you have any tips that you wanted to give about anything else?
There's also, by the way, the same thing with attic insulation, just so you know. The attic insulation, of course, is going to be much thicker than the wall insulation. Typically, if walls are framed with 2x4, you're going to use an R13 or an R15, and that'll compensate for the width of that gap inside that building space between your exterior sheathing and your interior wall for a 2x4 wall. Up in the attic, you can also get faced. Craft faced or unfaced insulation, same principle. You're always going to want to put the vapor barrier toward the heated side. So if you're putting it up in the attic, you're going to want to face it down toward the finished room, the ceiling of the room below that. Now, if you're rolling over a second layer, which a lot of people will do, you might already have attic insulation, and you want to add extra R value in another layer of rolled insulation. That does not need to be faced. You don't want to have two vapor barriers. You just want to use the unfaced for that second layer. Okay, and that's all I have to say about that.
John Pergel asked, I'm hanging a good-sized sign, 20 pounds, on the side of a brick wall, and I don't ever plan on taking it down. Thinking of lag bolts. Does it matter if I screw them into the brick or mortar? Brick or mortar?
Okay.
Brick, or I think he's asking, should he put it into the brick or the mortar?
Yeah. Okay. So they make different products. Redhead makes some. Hilti makes some different types of concrete anchors and brick anchors. Basically, if you drill into the brick or into the mortar joint, they'll both work. You can use a masonry bit. And these products are basically set up to where they'll go into some are designed for concrete, some are designed for mortar and for brick. So make sure you get the right one, because if you put the expanding type into the brick itself, it may split that brick. So these are basically anchors that you can drill and put the sleeve into that space, and then you can put your screw into that, and it will hold it as an anchor into the mortar. There are different types that you can use depending upon the application that you want to use. You can also use a masonry screw, which if you pre-drill into the mortar joint or into the brick, there's a special type of screw that's designed to go into masonry products such as brick or concrete. And you don't need any sleeve for that. So there's a couple of different products. You can go into your local hardware store or Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. They will all have it in the hardware section. You can ask for exterior masonry screws. And usually the container comes with, maybe 10 or 12 screws in it. And usually they'll come along with the bit as well that you can put in your drill. You have to pre-drill that hole first. You cannot just drive the screw into the masonry.
Oh, that's an important piece of information.
You absolutely, and it has to be exactly the right size hole. So if you're using a 1/4-inch screw, it's designed for a 1/4-inch masonry bit. And what that'll actually do, it drills the hole precisely to the size of the threads that allows you to put these masonry screws into it. The threads are made out of hardened steel, so they won't get all marred up when you put it into the hole, but it's designed to grip that specific diameter hole. So that's why it's important that you use the bit that comes along with it, or if not, if you have your own masonry bits. But you cannot use just any regular drill bit for that. You have to use a masonry bit, which are usually carbide or diamond embedded, and will allow you to drill right into the masonry product. There you go.
Okay. Chris Lara asked, what's the last song either of you played on your iPod?
Oh.
I know what it is.
What is it?
It's, it was a strange coincidence. Justin Timberlake, Mirrors.
Yeah, oh yeah, we just played that
And
the
you
other
know
day.
what was really, really cool
They
about
just got
that?
the new set of beats, thanks to you very much for our anniversary, wifey. Thank you for that
Yes,
gift.
I replaced his wireless studio Beats. Actually, the other ones that you had were solo Beats, and these ones are studio. They're the better ones that go over your ear.
We're talking about the ones that I lost on the plane.
No.
I think
that
that
you
I left on the
on the
plane,
plane.
and someone stole.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So you replace those. I also have a set of the sport Beats that
Those
are
are
like
Power Beats.
that are like the Power Beats.
They're called Power
like
Beats.
they're earbuds,
Yes.
right? And they're wireless too. Those are great
Yeah.
for the gym because they're not so big and bulky. They're
Yeah.
very lightweight.
Yeah.
But
So
the ones that you just got me, the studio ones, are awesome.
yeah, they have that noise cancellation feature also, so they're really good if you're on a plane.
Yeah. So yeah, that's right. We played
yeah.
some
Yes.
JT.
Yeah. So what was really cool about that though is that I did not know this. Because he was playing it on the earphones, and that has been my favorite song for a while now. And then Skip said, "Yeah, that's my favorite song," and I was like, "What?
Say what?
Say what? I didn't know that was your favorite song."
I don't know if it's my favorite.
We don't listen to it
it's
together?
definitely one of them. I like Justin Timberlake. I think he's a very talented songwriter and singer, and he does it all. So that's out of all of his stuff, that's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, that one's my favorite of his. There's a lot of his that I really, really dig. I really dig his music.
Yeah, well, there you
Gonna
go.
rock your body. Stay. Okay.
You know what? I listened to like a very diverse.
You do. I saw the shit that came up on the receipt. I got the email from Apple for the stuff that you're purchasing.
Yeah.
On iTunes.
Yeah.
And I see them like, what the fuck song is that? Like a lot of those roll by.
I listened to everything from like older classic rock, like Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young, to AC/DC and Zeppelin and Sabbath and all that stuff, and right up to like some heavy metal shit, like Rob Zombie and come on, man.
I hate that.
And what else do I listen to in the gym? I listen to some pretty hard stuff in the gym.
Well, that's the place to listen to those kinds of things.
Yeah, I listen to some pretty like crazy thrash type of.
Do you have any
stuff in the
tips?
gym, but, well, you were going to ask me a question, weren't you?
No.
You were.
No, I thought that you had like another a tip that you wanted to give without a question.
Well, the tip that I do want to give actually is it came from doing this job that we're doing right now, this demo. We're taking out all these walls in our house, and we're ripping off all this drywall and stuff. And what I'm noticing is that it's very, very clear to me when they put this drywall on, when it was painted, where there was primer used and where there wasn't primer used. And you're going to say, well, how could you possibly know just by pulling the drywall off, right? Here's how I can tell. The paint, when you use primer over drywall before you paint, it adheres to the drywall so much that it'll actually, and the paint itself bonds together so well that when you pull the pieces of drywall off, it actually takes the paper, the paint sticks to the paper and it'll separate the paper from the drywall before it'll come apart. So it's almost like a super bond with glue. And then I took out on the other side of that wall, and you could tell it was painted at a much later date, maybe by the newer people that had owned the house, the family that we bought it from.
Because it was a room that we had not painted since we moved in.
Yes. So there might have been some original paint here, and then there was some stuff that they had painted.
Yeah.
And major difference where you could see where the primer was used and where it wasn't used. And that was like, there wasn't even paint on the wall. Like you just bust the drywall and it just broke wherever you broke the drywall, the paint broke on the same line as the drywall. As opposed to breaking the drywall and the paint stays, and you pull the piece of drywall off and the paint now pulls off all the paper because it wants to stick to it so bad. So my tip is make sure that when you're painting, it's very, very important that you use a good quality primer.
And if you don't use that, make sure you get the primer mixed with the paint. Yeah,
the primer mixed with the paint, it works well if you're painting over, let's say, a wall that's already been painted. And what that basically does, they add in chemicals into the paint that allows it to remain thicker and bond to the wall better. But that's not exactly the same thing as a primer when you apply it to the wall first. When you first put a primer onto the wall prior to painting itself, and you allow that to dry, what it does is anything that's on that wall, primer sticks to everything. So anything that's on that wall, let's say there was a smoker in the house and there's like a film of smoke residue on the wall. There might be some cooking, dust, all sorts of things that can be on a wall that are very hard to clean off. So when you go to paint over that, the paint doesn't really want to bite to that. So if you prime first and you let that dry, now you have this fresh surface that's chemically designed to bond with paint. And that's what I'm talking about. When you get the primers added into the paint, that's good if you're painting over like a fairly newly painted wall. Maybe it's only a couple of years old and you want to just have it cover well. You might be able to get away with one heavy coat as opposed to painting it 2 or 3 coats to get a good cover. Mm-hmm. That's the whole different story from actually priming the wall before you paint. And it was so evident to me when I took this drywall down, it was like, I could see immediately where it was primed and where it wasn't. So that's the moral of the story. If you're going to paint, if you're going over a wall that's been, recently painted within the last couple of years, it's clean, it has no smoke from cooking on it, or it doesn't have a lot of damage from steam from a bathroom, any other residue or solvents or anything that could be on it, you can probably get away with the paint that comes with the primer in it. If not, put a good quality primer on. Just roll on one quick coat. It dries really fast. It's really easy you don't have to worry about it covering evenly, and roll on one quick coat of primer, let it dry. In like a half an hour, it's dry and ready to paint over. It's night and day, the performance.
Oh, God, all right already with this paint.
Yeah.
All right, so...
That's my tip. You wanted one? There it is.
I know, but it was like, you gave me the shaft, really, because it was just too long.
Well, that's the magic of editing. You can cut it down. You can chop my tip off.
That's funny.
Not really. I don't think so.
You want to listen to some random thoughts?
Absolutely.
All right, let's check it out.
I was hoping I could.
And keep in mind, people, I don't remember what the fuck I said in these things. They're all new to me because I recorded them.
Are these random thoughts or random complaints? Which one?
You know what? Fuck you.
I'm just saying. Sometimes they seem like.
Sometimes I complain.
All right, well.
It's whatever pops up into my fucking head. That's why it's called random thoughts, motherfucker.
Let's see what you got.
Okay.
They're just random thoughts that go through my head.
Allison's brain is working overtime. Could be while she's driving or standing in line. So what is she thinking? What goes through her thoughts? Is it something profound or fucking just pissed her off? Get ready for random thoughts. Get ready for random thoughts.
Why the hell is that
clip that holds your gloves together so hard to open. You ever notice that? Or now that it's fucking winter with your gloves?
Yeah.
Do you use that clip?
No.
Ah.
I notice
God.
you do, though, because every pair of gloves up in the closet are all clipped together.
Because
that's
you
why
know what,
I don't use
I
it,
always
'cause
lose
you
a
can't
glove.
get the damn thing apart.
I always lose a glove, or you take my gloves. But meanwhile, they're so fucking hard to separate. Like, they're like so hard. You can't use the clip. Okay.
Did you hurt your finger on the clip?
No, I just can't get my shit like separated once I put them together.
You gotta keep them separated.
That's a good song.
That's what I do. I keep them separated. I don't clip them together.
So some creepy dude was following me around in the Walmart. Every aisle I turned down, he turned down too. So when I felt the urge come, I let out a hugely big burp, and he stopped following me.
Could you hear that?
Not really.
I was in Walmart, and there was some guy following me, and I was like noticing every aisle I went down, he went down also. I'm like, so I started going down like the pet food aisle, and he went down pet food, and then I started going down like shampoo. He's going down shampoo. So at some point, I felt the urge come, and I let out a rip-roaring burp.
Yeah.
And he stopped following me.
Oh, that was it. He's like, I'm out. I'm out. I think that every time you burp, and then I remember I'm married to you. I'm like, all right.
You can't go anywhere.
Shit.
You can't go anywhere.
All right.
It's too late.
Why is it okay to steal grocery store carts? Why isn't anybody getting arrested for this?
Grocery store carts.
They're right. Is that the most popular stolen item that is so like flagrantly like pushed everywhere?
Well, yeah.
Right?
So you get like all the homeless people that like grab a cart from the local
It's
supermarket.
like, if you're ever wondering what's stolen in the world,
Right.
It's like screaming stolen.
Yeah.
It's got King Cullen on it, or Wallbounds, or Stop and Shop, or Marshalls.
It's got a
or
giant
Home
logo.
Depot.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all stolen.
Yeah.
If you see
the
one,
orange carts from Depot, they're everywhere.
yes,
Yeah.
they're all stolen. Why do you never hear about an arrest for possessing stolen property?
Is it enough of an item to where like they could even fill out the? I mean, like, is the cops just going to be like, I don't even want to do the paperwork?
I don't even know what the reason is, but the fact remains that you never ever hear somebody getting in trouble for that.
Here's the funny thing, like, so the cop comes in from his car and comes into the station house. So what happened? What do you got? He's handing in his tickets or whatever. Yeah, the cart stolen. All right, hey, nice collar there, bud. All right,
Can I
good job.
tell you, there's one in the court building that I work at. The fucking maintenance guys are using it, and I'm thinking like this is like a blatant disregard for the law. Like,
where is the cart from? Does it have a name on it?
I didn't even look that closely, but I can guarantee you they stole it from someplace because they don't make shopping carts to purchase to use in a state building to haul shit around back and forth. That's what you have, like, the professional stuff that you use to haul shit back and forth.
Yeah, I have
like
a professional shit hauler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Paid
It's
a lot of money
escaping
for
me.
that thing.
It's escaping me right now. But really, right? It's like, it's then think about how much it would cost if you wanted to buy a shopping cart. I bet you, guarantee it's at least $150.
Nah, I bet they're more than that.
Right.
I bet they're more than that. There's a dude that I see on Facebook or somewhere, and he's been friends with us for a while. He's been following us on Catch a Contractor and all that stuff. He has a shopping cart repair business. So I guess he goes around to all the supermarkets and he has like a contract with
all
them to
those
where
fucking
he
things,
puts
they
a
don't
new
work.
wheel. Remember
The
you ever
wheel.
get the one, the damn wheel is stuck.
Yes. Oh, God.
Right? Or it's like flapping the flapper. I hate the flappers. Oh my God, that one wheel is like all crazy. Right? Oh, fuck it. Yeah, then you notice it, of course, once you're in the store already, and then it starts doing that. Like, it didn't happen when you grabbed it out in the parking lot, it was rolling fine. All of a sudden, it just starts to, like, do this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, then what?
Yeah.
If it's half full of all your food and all your shit.
Yeah. I didn't realize that people actually repair them. I thought that they just let it go on and on and on. Because,
Well,
like, I have
you
yet,
would think, right?
Yeah, it seems like they never get them repaired.
Because it seems like every shopping cart is somehow
Right.
some defect, right?
All of them.
Some busted wheel, something. The handle's all scraggly.
Yeah.
Something's going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this dude, evidently, I would think, you know what, he probably does well because, I mean, think about how many shopping carts there are.
He probably doesn't do well because nobody's hiring him because they're all broken. And they stay that way.
I don't know. That's maybe, well, yeah, somebody's got to fix them.
Okay.
It's probably a really smart business.
Yeah, well, I
Not a lot of
want to know what's
competition,
going
I'd
on.
imagine.
I want to know why nobody's getting arrested for this. Okay. Anyway.
What the hell with cashiers who keep talking to the customer that they've already finished with and don't start with you right away?
I fucking hate that.
Well, they might have some very interesting bit of information.
Like,
that can
stop
lead to a change.
talking. Like, they're like making nice. Blah, 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 blah. Bring my shit up.
You're like, hey, I got somewhere to be.
Can't you multitask, motherfucker? You're
Well,
going to talk to that person and, like,
the
leave my
best
shit
is the
waiting?
best is like when they're neighbors and like they're gossiping about like what happened is like little Janie's birthday party. Can you believe that bitch showed up and she actually brought her boyfriend with him? Oh my god, I know. And Lori was so
And
pissed.
it's like,
And
stop
you stand there, you
talking.
listen to this whole like a soap
Like,
opera.
why do you think I'm standing here?
Yeah, I heard this the other day, and this two women were actually, the clerk and the lady that was in front of me. They're actually talking about some other girl or whatever that whoever was banging her boyfriend or something, and it's like this whole long story. And I'm sitting there with like one carton of eggs. I'm like, I just want to ring this. I just have one thing.
And you have to, like, ask them, like, can you ring this up? Like,
I'm like,
that's
really?
your fucking job, you moron.
But the good news is I got like the whole background on her life. I mean, I know everything about this.
You know what? You know what that reminds me of too? That really pisses me off.
What?
You're waiting to get helped. You could be at like a cash register, or you could be at a help desk for something. Customer service desk. The phone rings, and they answer it, and then they proceed to help the person on the phone while asking you to wait.
Right.
Like, I waited on a line for your service.
Well,
they just call right up and get help.
Yeah, they don't even ask you to wait. They'll start helping you. They'll start helping. Oh yeah, what can I help you with today, sir? Well, I just bought this tool and it's not.
Hold on.
Right with you. And then
they
start,
help the person and they answer their questions.
Yeah, so it's like a
they'll, like,
a
page
15-minute call.
Yes.
And I'm going.
That is wrong,
Is there
people.
anybody else that could finish this conversation?
That is wrong. You need to tell the people on the phone, hold please, so you can finish helping the person who's standing in front of you. It doesn't fucking matter. Like any fucking business where there's a customer service, it is appropriate to help the person in front of you over the person on the phone.
It's not the person that we're talking to that's standing there trying to help us. It's not their fault. It's the damn cheap-ass store that has one person doing the job of two people.
No.
Have one person answer the phone and do nothing but take phone calls and do all the phone stuff.
I think it depends on the scenario.
Because that phone continuously rings.
The person answering the phone needs to tell the person on the phone, hold on, and not the person standing in front of them. Because the courtesy is to the person who's in front of you, who was waiting to talk to you, who went in their car and drove someplace to get some service, and now they're there instead of some other motherfucker like me sitting on the toilet making a phone call.
You're the other motherfucker.
Yes. All right.
Wow. Any more random thoughts?
I have so many, but let's just do one more.
One more. Give me one more. Make it a good one.
Why in the hell does all voicemail have automated instructions after you give the personalized message, as if people do not know how to leave a voicemail message?
Right?
Yes.
What is with that thing and you can't turn it off?
Really?
Yeah.
There's no way you can do anything about that?
No! You can change. You can turn off your personal message and not make it a personalized one.
Right.
But you're always going to get that automated one that gives instructions.
Can you at least change the voice? Like, can you make it like
No.
Arnold?
No.
What does it say again after I don't even remember. It says like, leave a message after
I don't know, because I don't listen to it, but I just wait for it to end so I can get the beep already. Everybody knows to leave a message after the beep. You don't need
Right.
some bitch fucking Siri voice telling you to wait.
That's what I'm saying. At least you could change the voice. So like, I leave a message after the beep. I'll call you back. So then I'll be like, oh, cool. I love that thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like always, no matter what voice message that you create, there's always that automated bitch that comes after it.
I call you back after I get to the chopper.
So, and maybe I'm missing something, and I don't know. But I know that everybody I call, you get that automated thing after their personal message, and on my voicemail, you get the automated thing after my personal calls with having to listen to 10 minutes worth of message.
That reminds me, what was up with Siri this morning? We were laying in
plugged in. If you activate the feature where she will
She was
respond
like
to
nasty
you.
though.
I know. Well, she and you don't have to like touch
Oh,
your
so
phone.
you don't even need to press the button.
No, as long as you're plugged in and charging. Yeah. So I think I said something that sounded like "Hey Siri."
Yeah.
And so
She's like, I don't think I can help you with that right now.
yeah,
and I was like,
she was a douche.
What?
And then I asked
She
her
was being
like,
really
like, who, me?
Yeah. Yeah.
She wasn't taking.
Yeah, but
Yes,
I
I've got cunty Siri on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I guess it responds to.
You bitch.
Yeah. So that's.
I curse her out like regularly.
Oh.
Like press the button. You know, I don't want to like hold the phone, you know, whatever, like while I'm driving, but I'll press the button and then speak. Like, all right, let me take you to that website. I'm like, no, I don't want to go to the website.
Right.
For some reason, anytime there's like three numbers for this. All right, let me take you to their website. And I'm like, no, it's in my fucking contacts. Hate you, bitch.
You know, for all the stuff that you talked about before, it's going to be on hammerandnailspodcast.com. That's the actual podcast player on our website. But if you go to the menu and you click on Hammer and Nails podcast, you're going to see the episodes. There's going to be like little pictures. I make a picture for each episode. Click on the picture. That will take you to the episode. And right there is where you're going to see the links to all the shit that we talked about. Don't forget, this weekend, February 13th and 14th, mark your calendar, Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center. We're going to be there.
All the cheeseheads come on out and say, hey, what's going on?
Hi.
We're going to be at the Expo Center doing some seminars, little meet and greet, and checking out all of our Catch a Contractor fans and taking some pictures. We're going to have a good old time. Of course, we're going to be with Kayleen McCabe, who's just absolutely awesome. She's
I know,
also
we got off topic before, but yes, Kayleen is going to be there as well, and she is a good friend of ours that we had met from when we shot the Haas magazine cover, and she is super fucking funny, so we decided that we are going to take our laptop and our microphones, and we're going to interview her on the next podcast
our next
episode.
podcast is going to be with Kayleen,
that we record
which I think is
there.
going to be very cool.
Actually, no, it's going to be on 2 podcasts away because we're going to have one release on Friday, and then we're leaving Friday afternoon. So, yeah, 2 podcasts away, we're going to interview Kayleen McCabe. She's fucking hysterical.
There's like a whole like lineup. What's really cool with these shows, you can go on their website, like the NARI website. You just look up the show and the date wherever it is in the country. They have them every weekend. There's some different state around the country. It's like a tour you can do with these things, and they always have like a celebrity appearance.
Yeah.
You know, lineup. So they'll tell you who's going to be there. You know, whatever, Bob Vila or whoever. You know, Mike Rowe, whoever's coming to.
Okay, they're not going anywhere, but anyway, you'll be there.
I'm just saying, you know, whoever it is speaking at these things, they have like, you know, their whole appearance lineup. So I'm doing it. There's another guy, this guy, Mr. Fix-It guy, who's actually went on the site here, does some pretty cool stuff. And of course, Kaylee McCabe. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So we want to see you guys there. But most importantly, we want to thank you for listening. We really, really implore you, please do us a personal favor. I know you guys think like that we have like thousands and thousands of listeners, but there's really only like 100.
There's really only like you and like 1 or 2 other people.
Yeah.
So just think, if you tell one friend, we'll have 4.
Yeah, we've been doing this about a year now, and we have like 6 listeners. So if you guys wouldn't mind telling a friend, because if we don't get this listenership up, I'm just going to have to put this in the shitter because I'm just really. I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to nobody.
No, there's not 6. There's not 6. I think there's like at least 8 or 9.
At least 8 or 9. Well, regardless, we appreciate you listening. We love you guys.
We're only kidding. We love you guys, and you know, there's plenty of people listening to our show. And from what I hear, everybody seems to really be liking it.
We get a lot of really positive feedback, and so we want to thank you for that.
We want to thank you for all that. We want to thank you for coming back, and we'll catch you next time.
Adios.